Hello, everyone, and anybody who's new to my channel. I am Alex Hitchins, and what I do, I simply give relationship advice on things that we were never taught growing up. And so, if you saw my short, the 8 questions that every man should ask to find out more about the woman he's with, or before you even start dating. So I have 8 questions. I didn't put them in the short. I'm gonna give them to you now, okay? And stick with me till the end, because question number 7, ooh, that's the one that hits home. That number 1 question that tells you everything. Okay, question number 1. These are questions you ask in conversation. You're not going to interrogate this woman. Okay, just casual conversation and just listen to the answers because they tell you more than they let on. First question I ask, what kind of books do you like to read? Now, that's a simple question, right? What kind of books? So think about it. Books are something that people pick on their own private time. It's a private choice. And being it's a private choice, they're free to be themselves. They know there's no mask, no shadow. That's who they are. So when they pick a book to read, that's what they're interested in. That's what they're looking at. Okay? And the book they pick shows a mindset and interest. Okay? So if she picks self-help, this person wants to grow. They have a desire to be more than they are. If they pick spiritual books, so they have spiritual things going on, values, morals, those things. If she picks fictional books, they show emotional intelligence to some degree. The trouble is, if they go too far with the fiction and the fantasy, that's when you get the ridiculous entitlements and what they think men should do. We don't want that. So I still think the best one they have is a drama. Anyone that reads drama books now, pretty much down to earth. She's like, I don't care how much money you make. I don't care what's going on in your life. What do you want with me? And I want to hear that's her. She doesn't want to hear anything else. I just want to hear what you want. Have a nice day otherwise. That's what drama books do. So first question, what type of books do you like to read? Ask her that, see what she says. Okay? The next question, and this is kind of strange. They're going to look at you funny, but you got to ask the question, how many children would you like to have? Yeah, how many children would you like to have? Now, the thing about it is this. Anybody that wants children has a complete different view of their life and their commitments aside from those who don't want one, okay? Think about it. Once you give birth to a child, your life personally is over. Everything is dedicated to the well-being of that child until they're old enough to live and enjoy their own life. So if she doesn't want any kids, she just want to have a job or career, that's something you got to think about. And when it comes and you want a child, so these conversations have to be had before you get into the relationship, because if you get into the relationship and the focus is to get married and she's like, I don't want no kids, and you want kids, that's a problem. And sometimes relationships don't end too well because people didn't find out these simple questions in the beginning. Okay, so you got to ask. And she's like, I won't give up my body for the... Nah, women think like that. So you got to ask the question. Okay, that's question number 2. Number 3, okay, number 3 is very important. Listen to this. Ask her, give me 3 attributes of your perfect man. Now, you know and I know there's no such thing as a perfect man. However, you have to double down and say, listen, I know this. What I'm asking you, though, what 3 things must he have to be perfect for you? Then you sit and you listen, because she's going to tell you exactly what she values the most. It's going to reflect on her past experiences. It's going to reflect on the loyalty and betrayal, her ambitions, her values, her drives. All those things are going to pop out inside of the answer. Think about it. And depending on what she puts first, put second, and put third, says her priorities in what she's looking for. Okay? If she goes, you got to have money, you already know what that's about. Okay? If she goes, he's got to be fine. Oh my, you know already. That's a shallow one. But the bottom line is, listen to the answers. And I'm realizing different age groups answer differently because they have different values and things they want. So you guys, you got to ask these questions because it lets you know. And 9 out of 10 times, if you listen carefully, they sometimes describe themselves. They describe themselves and what they would like, or what they see themselves as, or what should be for them. Listen to the question and listen to the answer, okay? Number 4, here we go. Number 4 is a question of who they are in terms of personally. The question is, which one of these or all 3 represent you? For example, romantic, seductive, waiting to be taken. Now, she says she's romantic. That's an old-fashioned girl. She wears her heart on her sleeve. She likes the flowers. She likes the doors opening up. All the stuff. That's romance. Call her every day. She likes that. She says seductive. Now, it's a woman who knows herself. She's very confident, and she knows, as a woman, I can get anything I want from a man. I know how to do this. That's a seductive woman. She knows her strengths. She knows her power. She can be romantic as well, but she's very, very confident. Now, the waiting to be taken is a woman that believes in a traditional man. He must pursue, he must take care, he must do all the values of a traditional man. Sometimes, though, these women who want the traditional man don't behave in the traditional wife way. But saying they can't, they just don't do it, especially today. But they want the traditional man. So the waiting to be taken is like, I want the guy to do this. They can be romantic and waiting to be taken, or seductive and waiting to be taken. It all depends on the combination. But 9 out of 10 times when they tell you these things, listen, it's a roadmap. So you can know how to treat them as one and what to look out for if it's not for you. Okay, so that's number 4. Number 5, now number 5 is pretty interesting because it's about celebrities, okay? So you ask them, if you could hang out with any celebrity in the world, dead or alive, who would it be? Simple question, right? But now when you listen to the answers, when they start picking celebrities, anybody they pick is who they admire or who she may want to be, okay? It's power, ambition, the connection. 9 out of 10 times when they pick a celebrity, it's about who they themselves would like to be or who they see themselves as. That's how that pick goes. All right, so that's number 5. Number 6 is pretty interesting, okay? Now, if you can go anywhere in the world, anywhere, and money is not an option, what would you pick? Where'd you go? And now this is incredibly important because the destination says a lot about what's going on inside. Okay? Listen carefully now. All right. It's not about the emotion, it's the location that drives the emotion. For example, she goes to Paris, that's romance. Any girl want to go to Paris, it's a romantic city. She's all about the romance. She goes to Bali, she wants peace, tranquility, enjoying herself. Dubai, ambition, stuff to figure out, stuff to do. Okay? So the specific answers sometimes give you some ideas. So listen for the answer, listen to where they want to go, because that tells you a whole lot. Now, my favorite question, the one I love the most, and the one you guys are waiting for, because I told you this question tells you everything you want to know in a nutshell. Here's a question. It's a funny question. If you could be a cartoon character, who would you want to be? Yeah, that's a simple question, right? If you could be a cartoon character, who would you want to be? And it's funny, the answers, because think about it, the cartoon character, it digs into the inner child. And inner child doesn't lie. It gives the core identity of that person immediately. And they really can't hide it. They can struggle. It struggles if they have strong leadership characters, if they're funny, light energy. And the reactions is amazing. Let me give you an example. I'm a combination of 2 characters, Bugs Bunny and Tasmania together. And everyone that knows me knows, you know what? Yeah, that is you. And that's how it works. They don't really realize it until they say it. And if you get the answers from her, get it to me, I will give you the rundown of exactly who you're dealing with and what's going on, because that character says everything about her. And you can realize now, do you want to deal? Let me give you an example. If the girl you're dating, she says, I want to be Tweety Bird. Tweety Bird. Listen carefully about Tweety Bird. Tweety Bird is a character that manipulates the situation. Tweety Bird gets things done without touching anything. Sylvester getting beaten up by grandma, everything else. but Tweety gets away by manipulating the situation. If that's who your girl chose, she's a manipulator and she's good at it. She can get things done without getting her hands dirty. Watch out for that one. I think I'm lying. Like I said, send it in. I'll explain. I haven't been wrong yet. I've been doing this a while. And the last but not least, number 8. Number 8. Number 8 is the one that says this. If you can change anything about your life, monetary, physical, or circumstantial, which one would you change? If she says monetary, she's not happy about the money she's making. She wants to make more money. That's a given. Everybody wants to make more money. But if it's her driving force, watch that. Physical. She wants to change something physical on her body or something she's not happy with, something she's struggling with, something she does not like, and she wants to change that. That's okay. Everybody wants to improve. But if it becomes an obsession, you got to watch that. Okay? Number 3 out of the 3, it says circumstantial. There's something happening in her life, circumstantial-wise, she wants to change or want to get out of. Could be a job, a place she live, a relationship, anything circumstances she could change. She wants to go back and flip the switch. If they say nothing, they find where they are, beautiful. But normally when they pick one of those, listen to the answers because it says a lot. So now you have the 8 questions to ask her. So get a chance, run through the video again, just pause, write them down, ask her the questions, get the answers from her, send it to me. Okay, I'll put the link in the description, and I'll let you know exactly what she's saying to you, and if you should run, stay, and build. Until next time, Hitchins signing off.